Forsooth, movie fans, it is I, Highness, your movie guru. This week, I'm back, and I'm reviewing Your Highness. Okay, I'm gonna admit, this is all a little bit ridiculous at this point. No set, no special effects, I can't even roll video of the movie review. But, as somebody who's been a fan of fantasy films and Dungeons & Dragons from back in the old day to still keeping it real today, you gotta appreciate this kind of a flick. I mean, you have Danny McBride, one of the hottest comedians coming up, along with two Oscar-nominated actors, Natalie Portman and James Franco, so you gotta think this is gonna be a kind of a trip movie. Well, okay, it is really funny. I laughed a lot. My only problem is, with Your Highness, I didn't guffaw or anything. In case you're not aware of the plot, it basically, you have James Franco and Danny McBride are a couple of princes. Franco's the heroic prince, Danny McBride's a bumbler, a bit of a fop, and a pothead. Throughout the rest of the film, they go to rescue his girlfriend. They team up with Natalie Portman, who's a butt kicker chick, and they go through and do all this stuff. And it kind of does the same thing that other films have done with mocking other genres. It's making this kind of a stoner comedy. If you've seen Pineapple Express, it's by the same makers, and it does kind of the same thing it did to action movies, you know, making it into a semi-comedy stoner film. And it does that pretty well. The adventure in it is not just throwaway adventure. It's some good action-adventure stuff to it. And the comedy is some pretty good comedy. But the problem is that when you try to take both genres and put them together and try to give them both equal time, you come up with a diluted version of both of them. Still, I did laugh a lot. I did like the adventure a lot. And if you are, you know, nerdcore like myself, then you're going to extremely appreciate it, especially if you loved cheesy 80s fantasy flicks. It's a direct homage to a lot of them, and it really works well with all those. So I am going to give it a pass with a... Sorry, I left my grade cards in Fresno. Although I left my heart in San Francisco. It's a different thing. So, I'm giving it a pass with a B+. I'm recommending it highly to any nerd fans out there. If you're not into that, and if you're not into the kind of stoner comedies, then you're not going to want to see it. It's not going to be for you. Also, I should point out that there's a lot of gruesome death in this film, and there's lots of topless nudity and lots of sexual innuendos of various vulgar kinds. So, parents, unless you got a kid that you let them see all that stuff anyway. So, by the way, this is my apartment, if anybody cares, and I'll be doing a few of these from now on, maybe not as often. I'm still seeing the movies, not as regular, but when I do, I'll try to get you. Also, by the way, completely a side note, if you're looking for something to do with the kids, Hop's a fairly decent, fun little movie. Anyway, so I found this little Tic Tac here. I'm wondering if it's going to give me an adventure like the guys from Your Hard. Oh, I'm gonna go kill a dragon for MoviePassOrFail. This is wrong either.